Hello and welcome back to the Cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do the Spirit Guide weekly every Friday live. I hope you're able to join me. I do yes and no tarot, I do predictive tarot, I do active magic, candle magic tarot. I also do candle magic tarot, and that is what I have for you today. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It really does help my channel. But today I have a pick a card presentation for you with 4 piles. But the question is, what is the truth of this situation? Now, this can be an employment situation, it can be a relationship situation, it can be a family situation. I didn't define that, and the cards will tell us what the situation is, or they should tell you. So any area of your life, if you're looking to know the truth, is it time to move on in any capacity? Are things going to work out? We're going to find out the truth in this particular reading. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, this is pile number 4. There'll be an insert in a moment so that you can concentrate, see which one calls out to you. That is the pile that has your answer. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you at the time of your reading. Hello and welcome back. If you chose candle number 1, pile number 1, then this is your candle and this is your reading. And your candle is anointed with green fairy conjure oil, with truth serum, and with communication oil. We're trying to find out the truth of various situations here. I didn't define what area of life. That's what you get to do with your question. The candles are lilac, that is for your crown chakra, that is for divine guidance and divine spirit guide messages. Let's get going with your oracle cards and see what they have to bring us. Here's an angel answers card. I'm leaving that until the end. If you have any remaining questions, hopefully that will be able to answer them for you. I have inspire others. Now, that's often the work of having inner work to do before something is allowed to come to you. The more you give of yourself, the more that you can receive. I have optimism and commitment. I bet somebody's waiting for a romantic pairing, but let's keep going here. I have ascending the mountain, keep going forward. I have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. I have serendipity, and I have happy. It does appear to me that we are asking about the outcome of a relationship. It does look as if you've had losses in the past. You're still trying to heal. You may be being kept separate from what you want. You're being asked to continue to go forward on your path. It does look as if you are suffering from a lack of hope at the moment, probably because things have gone on a little bit too long. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you see it is the right time for you, but we are just on the other side of basically a year of being in lockdown. If you felt like nothing came to you, that's part of the reason. It does look as if you may be hoping for a pairing. Understand that when circumstances are right, divine timing, serendipity, and happy, you will find the commitment that you're seeking. You are being asked to try and interact with others in a generous way in order to share your healing energy with others. If you're attracted to me as a reader, chances are good that you have healing energy. And that is inspire others. Grief is, don't try to rush the process. If you do, if you're still grieving from your last relationship and you have not healed, you will carry that forward into your next commitment, whether or not you mean it to. We're going to go 3, put it down and cut. 1 and 2. I've got a couple of flippers, but I don't have any jumpers, and 3. Okay, this is the Golden Wheel Tarot, and the predictive spread should tell us what area of life we're looking at right now. Okay, Queen of Wands in reverse, frustration, with the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. I'll get all the cards down, then I tell you what they mean. I've got the 2 of Swords in reverse, Ace of Wands in the upright, 6 of Pentacles in the upright, the Chariot in the upright. I have the Page of Wands in reverse. That is a lot of frustration. Knight of Swords in the upright, Judgment in the upright, the Devil in the upright, the Sun in reverse, okay, with the Knight of Wands in the upright, 2 of Pentacles in the upright, 2 of Wands in the upright, 4 of Pentacles in the upright, the Tower, Queen of Swords, 4 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Swords in the upright, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, with the World in reverse, and then the 10 of Swords in reverse. You've been grieving. 6 of Cups in the upright, with the Death card in reverse. Okay, so good news and bad news, I guess, but not really bad news. Here it is. After a period of great change in your life with this Tower energy, you came into some gifts that you didn't realize that you had before. Like it looks as if you had something so traumatic happen to you that there's a saying being called struck psychic, meaning a traumatic event led to more psychic abilities, more ability to discern, more ability to see. And that is one of the things that is the foundational card here, which is the Two of Swords in the upright. You have had new things come to you, new abilities. And for a while, it kind of looked like it was all just going to fall into place and that you were going to have this tremendously transformed energy, that you would be living in the type of energy that it never stopped happening. Things slowed down over the course of what was likely lockdown. If you're seeing this at a different time, you've come off of about 6 to 9 months of just dead zone. It was very frustrating for you. Everything moved at a glacial pace with that Knight of Pentacles in the upright. That is a slow progress. It's a good one. It's methodical, but it always feels like it's just taking ludicrous amounts of times to get anything done. Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who is like impulsivity and anger are the last things to be processed in grief. Grief is actually a very angry emotion, and we don't really talk about it that much, but it genuinely is, and it is that you're still struggling with some anger, and sometimes you know it and sometimes you don't, from some past slights, injuries. You gave pretty much everything. 6 of Pentacles in the upright with the Chariot in the upright. You're making tremendous progress on being back in balance. It was hard though. It's been a healing journey, and on that healing journey, with that Judgment card in reverse, you're just at the start of beginning the cycle of your life where your purpose is coming to you. You've got 2 different cards here that suggest that your biggest influence right now is that you're angry. And you may not be comfortable being angry. A lot of empaths aren't, because we feel things so very deeply that when they come out, they can feel very intense to other people. Anger, particularly in women, I'm not trying to be gendered, but it does happen to be in most societies that women are particularly not allowed to get angry. There's a lot of shame surrounding that. Anger is not a negative emotion. It's a protective emotion, and it allows you to be outraged at the treatment you have received that was not fair or right. Don't be afraid of your anger. Know that if you tap into it before it builds up to this volcanic level with that Queen of Wands in reverse, it is something that will aid you rather than slaughter everything around you, which is a little bit your relationship. You know you're powerful, and you know that you can like have these very high highs and very low lows. I don't think you have bipolar, I don't, but I do think that what happens is you're a very vibrant and vivid person. Most other people react to you as being such. When you have anger, it's this kind of volcanic experience. And when you have sadness, it's the depths, depths, depths. You've come out of the grief, so you've processed most of that. But now you're trying to deal with anger. Hey, there's a lot of movement energy around you. There's so much progress over the course of the next 90 days that there is this transformative energy. But with the Devil in the upright and the Sun in reverse and the Knight of Wands in the upright, you are still struggling with your negative emotions. I don't know if you attach shame to them. I don't know if you attach, because sometimes people with foresight also have the gift of emotional memory. When you think of things from the past that were injurious, you feel the pain again. And so anything that's going wrong, any negative emotion can feel almost eternal, because if you start thinking about it, you bring back the emotion. That is actually a sign that there is still something there to heal. Even empaths with tremendous potential for emotional memory, that calling forth of the emotions, re-experiencing the situation, we can also heal from grief, from trauma, from loss, and from pain. It is a little bit more challenging, and we do have to have patience with the process. But the truth of the situation is that you're so close to being all the way through. You're so close to having your boundaries up, your barriers up, your protection abilities up around you. You've put in so much work, you've made really good choices around it. It wasn't easy though. The Queen of Swords is somebody who shares her truth easily, and you didn't in the past, and because you repressed so many things, and they tried to give you signs to change something and you wouldn't, they kind of brought around that, tower energy, the lightning strike, that everything was destroyed in one moment, or at least it felt that way. And in the aftermath, you've been able to see the truth in multiple areas of your life. But what you're really hoping for is something that will come along and add balm to your soul. Meaning it looks like, potentially it looks like a new relationship. It's a temporary situation. One of the meanings of the Seven of Swords is tiptoeing around, but it's also a temporary situation. This person, in this particular card, this person is hiding from what looks like a governing force. You may have in the past had to repress your feelings because you were involved with somebody who it wasn't safe to have them around. You're only rediscovering your ability to be true to yourself, and you're so close to having everything start again, like in all areas of your life. If you're asking about, I don't think this is about a job. I've got almost no money energy here, but I've got a lot of emotional processing, and you just really, like, mostly your question seems to be, when am I going to be happy again? And happiness is yours. Here's this transformation card. It is after you finish processing grief and trauma from the past, you do get a new beginning. Your person is not showing up here if you're asking about a person. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw some oracle cards from the energy deck. Actually, I'm going to go for the magical answers deck. Do I have anything to add here? Because that's what it looks like. You're waiting for your new beginning after some traumatic old energies were purged and healed. And it's been very challenging. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything and the doors will open for you. You may have a form of trauma, of PTSD, that makes you really hyper-vigilant around things. Always trying to find out answers. Like the passage of time seems exaggerated to you. If something has taken 2 weeks, that's forever. If somebody tells you something's going to be a year away, like you basically have, that sounds like an outrageous amount of time to you. It is not going to be a year, but part of the reason things keep getting pushed away is that you're not realizing that your anxiety and your need to control are very, very related. Your anxiety is actually a thing that kept you from speaking up and from changing things in a past situation that caused you so much damage, and you're still trying to heal it. Okay, 2 cards just fell out. Yes. Man holding a heart and Magician in the mirror. You do have new love coming to you. It does appear to be within the next 90 days. That partner is not really being, but that's the Knight of Wands energy in the upright as well. I also have just a missed opportunity returning to you, which means that the relationship, I do think that this particular pile is about a relationship. I do think that the relationship that ended, that caused a great deal of pain, is still one that you're healing from. And if you're hearing that and you're like, good God, how long must I heal? Until such time as you are strong and unassailable again. What happens is that you give more than you get in relationships, and you've been kind of, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and you are being guided to heal and continue to heal. So the truth of the matter is that you have more coming to you. You do. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, forgiving and learning. As you heal the past, you increase more love, and you experience more love in your present moments. Group number 1, what I think you are likely asking about is a pairing. When do I get my next person? What's the truth of this? Is this past relationship? Is it over? It does appear to be over. It does appear to be over. It doesn't look as if this devil energy has any more influence on you. It did end, and a new cycle is beginning. You've put in so much work, and now you're just like, where are my rewards? Your rewards are all around you, even right now. If you think of it, even this time last year, you did not feel this good. Part of the reason that you've moved past the sadness of like, am I gonna have to be alone forever, and into the time's a wasting, do I get another person? That is a marked difference, and you're not really noticing it as being a marked difference. Group number 1, let's take a look at your Angel Answers card, Improving Health. So, you are still healing. When you are healed, you do get everything that you're asking for. You genuinely do. You get your commitment, you get your new beginning. Keep going forward. Keep trying to be optimistic. Keep trying to share of yourself with others. You have a problem with that. And I don't mean that you're ungenerous. You're actually a very generous person. It is that you have a hard time investing in things now because you were just deeply disillusioned. You were deeply disillusioned by loss, by pain, and by grief. You've come out of that, but instead of being disillusioned and hopeless any longer, what you've become is, it's not jaded, and it's not quite cynical, but it is, I think you're starting to believe that most of the things that you hear in these type of readings are sort of platitudes. Things to keep you going, trying to keep you going forward into a healed energy. Group number one, the truth of the matter is you are very, very close to healed. You are still processing anger around your past situation. If you're responding to this reading with anger, I do apologize. I'm not trying to upset you, but that's indicative of what I'm talking about. You have repressed anger that you still need to process. And by the way, that is not going to keep somebody from your side. You have to keep healing in order to have a truly healthy relationship and know that other person that is coming to you cannot heal you. That's not the way healing works. If you put your healing into the hands of somebody else, then they have control over your emotional well-being. And that just adds more problems than it could ever solve. You're so close to healed. Within the next 90 days, according to this reading, this is a timeless reading, everything that you're hoping for, all of the increases that you're hoping for in your emotional life, more friendships, better commitments, more attention. The Queen of Wands in the upright is used to receiving a lot of attentions. The Queen of Wands in reverse is someone who's quite frustrated and dealing with anger. The last building block in your new foundation is learning how to be appropriately angry so you can protect yourself. And the truth is, you're so close to being done. The Sun card in reverse is the start of a new and healing season. We are literally just beginning summer as I'm filming this. Again, timeless reading, but it is saying that everything that is coming to you is within the next quarter of the year. Please allow it to take the time that it takes and stop trying to control it in all of the ways that you do. Because you may be doing different forms of magic, you may be doing repeated readings, you're putting more energy into when does it get here than what do I need to do to make it get here. And that was the advice from this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's an insert in a moment with all the information on how to contact me, and I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. The truth is, you're this close, pile number one, you're this close. And then after that, you did have the commitment card, you had serendipity, and you had happy, happy. When the events all line up, you will in fact be happy again. Take care, be well. I will see you next time. Welcome back. If you chose pile number two, candle number two, then this is your pile and this is your reading. Your candle is lilac for the crown chakra, and then everything is anointed with green fairy, with communication, and with truth. We're looking for the truth of whatever situation that you're asking about. I'm not going to know until I get all the cards down, so let's check. All right, here I have an Angel Answers card, which I'm saving until the end to answer any remaining questions that you have, but I have the Loving Woman, and I have letting go. Letting go and the loving woman. Okay. Worry is a wasted emotion. Miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And then your wisdom oracles are mending and yang. Well, let's see what's happening here. Letting go. I wonder if that's going to be of a person or of an attachment to an outcome, or surrendering. You might be struggling with surrendering. Mending and yang, huh? As mending your personal power, something happened that made you feel as if you had failed, and you've been trapped in kind of an anxious energy for a while at this point. Let's get going here. The wondrous is about to emerge. We've got the Silver Witch bringing us the predictive spread. Let's get going. Here we go. One. Okay. I have the King of Swords in reverse. I have the Two of Pentacles in the upright. I suddenly look concerned. It looks like you may have been badly lied to and you did not spot it in the past. And so we're going to keep going here. Four of Pentacles in the upright. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Wands in the upright. Page of Pentacles in the upright. The Lovers in the upright. Sun in reverse. Five of Cups in the upright. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Strength card in the upright. Well, I like that. Seven of Cups in the upright. Page of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords in the upright. Seven of Swords in the upright. You were. Somebody, like they lied more easily than most people speak. Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Swords in the upright. King of Wands in the upright. The World in the upright. Ace of Swords in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. Six of Swords in the upright. I just want one more. Okay. Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. So that is what it is looking like here, is trying to let go of the energies of the past and the slights of the past. It does look like, and this, by the way, could be a business relationship quite easily because I do have a lot of pentacles on the scene. It does look as if you were misled, you put in a lot of effort on something that it did not work out and you ended up feeling like a failure. There was a cutting of ties on that. Again, this genuinely could be employment. You've been in this kind of solitary rebuilding energy, but you're a little bit damaged in terms of how you view your personal power going forward. It has left you with recurrent depression. The truth of the matter, though, is that everything is all you really need to do, and this is all you really need to do. It sounds reductive. I don't mean it to be. All you really need to do is try and work on allowing people to get a little bit closer to you than you have been. You have good contacts who are trying to help make things happen for you. It does, again, appear to be, with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, that's confidence, it's stability, it's economic safety as well. Three of Pentacles in reverse, though, you feel like you're doing everything by yourself, and you've got doubts around what the future holds. You've got some doubts around the quality of other people around you as well. You may have actually had somebody, this can be a legal matter as well, but a lot of this is about, like, somebody didn't tell you the truth, you're the person who suffered from it. In the seasons that followed, like, it was disillusionment. But you're trying to just pick yourself back up and get back on that horse. The Seven of Cups is everything being up in the air. It can be a card for magic. I don't personally see it that way in this particular instance, but it does look as if in July there is greater progress towards that new and successful beginning you've been hoping for. And why July? It's just you've got, like, you're starting to get your spark back, and you didn't have it for a while. You've been trying to create something and trying to build from it. Your choices going forward are very good, but you do rely on yourself almost too much at this point. Whoever lied to you, like, there's not a particularly horrific energy around it. They do appear to be gone from your life, or at least they've been, like, relegated to a distant voice. Worry is a wasted emotion. You know that. Like, you do all this work. You do. You know that, like, it wastes the present. It fritters away opportunity. I really get the sense that this is almost entirely about financial concerns, stability. If there's any type of pairing on this table, I'm not seeing it. What I am seeing is that you need to try and release your fear that the past is indicative of what the future will be. Even the present right now is a little bit, like, I almost want to say still. You've got this routine, even if it's after a period of great disruption, you have a routine around your life. And it's this weird, unvarying thing sometimes where it's, getting up, doing your chores, getting up, doing your chores, getting up, doing whatever work-related chores you need to. And that's mainly your focus. And you're happy enough with that. And for once, we're not seeing a bunch of, like, get out there, mingle. What you are being asked to do is, once again, to invest your energy in creativity. Bring back your imagination. It was one of your refuges. I think you might have been like a really serious reader at different points of your life, but whenever you're struggling with depression, I think you have a very hard time focusing on things, and that's very, very, very normal. You are out of a depressive cycle, and you are being asked to kind of go back to the points of your life where you were very happy, to look at them to see what it was that was making you happy. Not focusing on another person or the job, but the habits that you had, the hobbies that you had, the pursuits that you had. You're just kind of putting everything back together in a workable shape. Whatever it is, and it might have been a marriage, because that failure card with the Ace of Swords in reverse, and then there's that King of Swords in reverse as well. You may have had a partner. This could be a work partnership, but I get the feeling that this is in a more personal capacity, who just, they lied so much and you didn't spot it. You just didn't spot it. That has nothing to do with you as a person. You're not foolish, you're not naive. They just understood something about you and they exploited it. And the truth of the matter is that you're not being asked to change. And you struggle with that. Like, you take too much blame on yourself for something that happened in the past. Listen, it can happen to anybody. We can all fall victim to people who are, I don't want to say sinister, because that's a little overstating it, but people who are out for their own interests. And you've struggled with that at different points in your life. You used to be such a team player. I don't know that you've ever been part of like a big group setting, but all of the work that you're being asked to put in on creating your Ace of Wands in the upright is a new beginning. It is fire, it is spark, it is interest, it is passion. For whatever reason, with the Page of Pentacles here, that's your challenge in life. The truth of the matter is that your entire existence is going to be improving over the course of, kind of want to say this, it's about, by the end of this year, there is a transformative energy around almost every area of your life. Things don't happen very quickly for you because you are working through quite a backlog of trying to bring yourself back into balance. This King of Swords energy in reverse with the King of Wands in reverse, somebody just in your life, they screwed your perception up so much of yourself and of others. Again, this could be a bad boss. It genuinely could be, or it could be a bad partnership. It could be a bad marriage. Somebody influenced your view of things way too much. You've had multiple things that qualify as miracles in your life. Unfortunately, when they don't take the shape of the things that you're asking for, you start thinking, I only get miracles in this particular area. There's nothing in it that, like, you feel very judged and abandoned. Connect with nature. You've rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Grounding work is going to be very, very important. It always is, because you're trying to tap into more and more gifts. So what's coming here? I'm gonna check this. Yeah, I'm gonna check this. What's coming up here? What's coming up here? What do we got coming up? How does this resolve? You're trying to regain your trust in like everything. And it's just a slow process. You know when you're a kid and you're growing, if you look in the mirror every single day, you will not spot the progress. But if you've done that old thing where you mark somebody's headline on the door frame and then check back at the end of the year, it's like, wow, you grew an inch and a half, but you didn't see it day by day. That is the type of healing progress that you're making. You don't recognize that you had to figure out how to retain the best areas of you after somebody set out to damage them so much. Happy family, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, Sun, and community. As restrictions have lifted, everything about your life is currently trying to put it together in a workable shape where your faith in people took a great hit. And it wasn't just that relationship. I think it might have been the greater events of the world and understanding the truth of what you believe other people contain. Remember, walk forward in the energy that you wish to see the world inhabit, and that is helping to change the world. It just is. Be who you wish to see in this world. You will always have self-respect. Do not let the actions, if you can, do not let the actions of whoever was so disloyal to you, whoever lied to you, don't let them determine how you see other people. First of all, mending and yang, your personal power is coming back to you. There are still more miracles to come for you. You had something very startling happen to you. And you started to, like, at first you were fully invested. This must be it. Like, there are trumpets blowing. I am being delivered to the next part of my life. And then it got really hard. It got really hard. It got really slow. And you felt like you just never... It's like wading through an endless swamp of trying to overcome and to put behind you some dark energies from the past. The truth of the matter is that you're really almost through it. And what comes to you after that? A greater sense of personal power. It did look like there's a financial increase around that. It's funny, I didn't get the feeling that you are financially deprived. What I got the feeling of is that, like, the way that you view your future had to be altered and had to be changed. And without meaning to, everything around you was changed by a past position, a past experience. The way you view work, the way you view friendships, the way you view romance, and even family was altered by the actions of one person. And without thinking about it, that gives that person so much power. They're one person. You're not mistaken about every single person that you met. Wait. That is your Angel Answers card. Listen, they know you want what you want and you want it right now. It's coming. That Miracles card says that it is coming. That is the truth of the matter. Whatever it is you're hoping for, whether it's increase in finances, a new relationship, more friendships, just a better life overall, it is going to take the time that it needs to take. And miracles are not always big and flashy and showy. And sometimes when they're trying to help you start over again, the ground is entirely cleared. And that's what I think happened, is that you lost enough that you started to think, all I will ever do is lose. The truth is, wait and see. Miracles are headed towards you. Group number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there's information on how to contact me in just a moment. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Thank you, take care, and be well. Welcome back. If you chose candle number 3, pile number 3, then this is your candle and this is your reading. Your candle is lilac for the crown chakra. Your candle was anointed with green fairy oil, with truth serum oil, and with communication oil. We're trying to find out the truth of whatever the situation is that you're asking about. I won't know, but hopefully you will. Here we go. You have an Angel Answers card that we're saving until the end. That is the final word on this. There we go. And then I have Finding Sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source, deserving, professional assistance, thoughts create your reality, imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind, peace, and breathe. Breathe in peace. A lot of meditation, a lot of tapping in. You might be looking for an increase in your professional life here. Let's find out though. Thoughts create your reality. And do thoughts really create your reality? Yes. Does that mean that you should be terrified every time that you have a low moment or you're suffering from depression or anxiety? No. Like, we're not actually, like, under pressure to live in denial, which that whole never let a negative thought enter your mind, that's not even healthy. We actually are allowed to view our situations realistically, but it is the determination to focus on the positive going forward that helps so much with future outcomes. But please don't ever feel pressured to pretend that, oh no, like everything's good, I have no doubt. If you have actually had a lot of trauma, you've had a lot of healing, don't be pressured into always being sunny, thinking that if you're not, that your reality will not contain good things. Breathe and peace. Your guides are trying to communicate with you to bring you inspiration around what I believe is your professional life, and you need to try and tap in. And in fact, the Chariot just fell out in my lap, the Page of Wands, the Star, which is the card for psychic eyes. It can also be something a little bit beyond reach and you're dreaming of things. I don't personally see it this way because in this particular depiction, it is connected to the divine and coming down in a silver cord to the person who is trying to reverently connect with the divine. The Chariot, of course, is success moving forward. What else have we got here? 2 more times. And this is the Light Seers deck. And we're going to put it down and cut. Okay. Get all of the cards down and see what we've got. Queen of Swords in reverse. Justice in the upright. I have the King of Swords in reverse. I have the Eight of Wands in the upright. I have the Three of Cups in reverse. Death card in the upright. Strength in reverse. Eight of Cups in the upright. Lots of moving cards here. You might be about to move as well. Lovers in the upright. That is the Gemini card. It can be a soulmate card. The Magician. King of Wands. Three of Wands. Six of Pentacles. 10 of Wands in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Wands in reverse. The only thing holding you back is you. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords in the upright. 10 of Swords in reverse. That is a difficult one because we do have a lot of people. Temperance, you're healing trauma. Okay. Okay, so group number 3. The truth of this situation is that anxiety is still your particular enemy in this situation. And you kind of might not know it because the way that your anxiety is manifesting is now through kind of a feeling of isolation and some loss of hope. Some loss of belief and some loss of investment in the idea of the future. I think you've taken on a little bit of a, I'll just get through today and, you know, if there's a tomorrow, I guess I'll deal with that when that happens. You're in a very balanced energy, but you're not feeling particularly connected and you're not feeling particularly inspired. There is more to come with this though, as you're getting things back into balance. For a while, I think you responded potentially to lockdown. This is a timeless reading, but we're just on the other end of like finally being allowed out into the world to mingle. This isolation energy with the Three of Cups in reverse brought to you like you weren't connected. You weren't tapped in. You kind of went through a bit of a feeling of like being in the desert. You're going to be, once again, if you will try to commit to spending some time to trying to tap in. The Finding Sanctuary, Breathe and Peace with professional assistance, your guides are there. Your guides are there and they really, really want to communicate with you. You're not as receptive to them as you used to be. You didn't get what you wanted in a couple of situations, and so now you just like, you don't value the idea that they're guiding you any longer. The truth is they're still there. There are multiple opportunities coming to you. The Magician in the upright with the King of Wands in the upright and the Three of Wands in the upright. Wow, is the magical universe almost about to dump blessings on your head. And all you kind of have to do is reach out for it a little bit more. Do try working always when you're trying to meditate and tap in. Work on your root chakra. You do have an anxiety card over here. That's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That is someone who's feeling a little insecure and it can be anxious. It has stopped your progress going forward because you feel lied to by the divine because things got too slowed down for you. Progress has started again. Things are moving, if anything, a little bit too quickly right now. And you're shifting with changes. New opportunities are coming to you. And by the way, as you are healed, you have multiple indications that after a significant change, potentially in where you are living, and that does look to be within the next few months, 2 months maybe, there is a new person for you. And that person in your life is, they help inspire you a great deal. Is it a romantic relationship? It's a little unclear here. It genuinely is a little unclear. You haven't failed. You haven't. What happened that you feel that? You invested wholeheartedly, something let you down, and now you just feel like a schmuck. You're not. You didn't foolishly give belief and faith to anything. All that really happened was that that Temperance card is also patience. Anxiety and impatience. The reason I'm always leaning on patience is patience is peace, and then patience is also the cure to anxiety. All that anxiety is looking forward and being like, oh God, what's coming? How will I ever handle it? If you have patience with the idea of time passes as it passes, and also in everything, if I look back at the calamities in my life, at all the things that happened, there is one common connecting theme, and that is me. I am able to overcome whenever I need to overcome. And that is the Ten of Wands in reverse, and that is also the Six of Pentacles in the upright. You're the person who always brings things back into balance. Your lack of faith in yourself it's understandable because you had something in your past, likely in your formative experience, that taught you not to invest in your own abilities as much as you really can. Pardon me, I have get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Prioritize exercise. You also had some grounding influence energies as well. Try and make sure that you are tapping in. This is, with get some exercise, this particular color fades into the bottom chakra colors. So we have yellow, we have orange, and we have red. Whenever you are dealing with anxiety, whenever you are dealing with building fears, the easiest thing to do is to balance your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus chakra. Healing Vibrations is one of the channels, I'm not affiliated, I just think they do great work, is one of the channels that has several recordings that will do exactly that. Try falling asleep to them. It will help ground you. It will help bring you into a state of receptivity. Your guides are trying to communicate with you about the healing of everything, bringing everything back into balance for you. I can't, Page of Wands with the Page of Swords, and all kinds of new things are starting. Finding sanctuary, you're trying to come to rest. Indecision, hostilities, let's get one more. That's that conflict within. Two more, please. And two. The World, door to personal healing and happiness, and happy family. You had to re-examine your connection to absolutely everything in your life. And your thoughts create your reality with imagination. You started to believe that some of this was fantasy. That this is a cute idea, all of this, something's trying to guide you. That there is a spirit guide team, that there is a divine presence, that there is a path for your life, that there is a purpose. You started to believe that it's a story people tell themselves in order simply to be able to make this life a little bit more bearable. It isn't. There truly are forces that work in our lives. Because you are of an anxious nature, any delay on anything just feels like way too long. And it causes you to doubt. That is one of the card meanings of the King of Swords in reverse. It is doubt in all things versus doubt within yourself. You have a conflict around how connected you wish to be to a power that you believe keeps letting you down. Deserving and professional assistance, they're trying to let you know the truth is They have information for you. They would like you to try and take the time. That exercise card is also a grounding card, to ground and to attempt to communicate with them. And one of the ways that you can do that when, like, you've lost that feeling of connection, and it's been gone so long that you're having trouble believing that it is coming back to you. It is coming back to you. It's actually still here. It's trying to be part of your life right now. Half of the way that our guides communicate to us is via other people. You keep hearing things and you are not absorbing them. The truth here is that you are, if you will please put it into practice for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, every single night, pick a recording. It can be yoga nidra. It can be connecting with your spirit guides. It can be a root chakra. It can be almost anything, balancing the bottom 3 so that you are able to be grounded in this reality while reaching up into the other. And for 2 solid weeks, without deviation, allowing the time it takes for a process to truly take root, allow yourself to ask your spirit guides, turn it on, clear your mind, put down your devices at least a half hour before you go to bed so you're not looking at your phone, but then turn on a recording and ask aloud if you need to focus. Please bring me the information I need to make progress and to succeed in all areas of my life, whatever you're asking about here. There is an indication that you have a romance that will deepen and flourish on the other side of some changes around what may be your physical living circumstances. You may be moving. You may be trying to find a different job. There is a change that you are trying to bring to yourself, and because you did not get what you were asking for in the time period that you were asking for it, you started to you decided this is a fairy tale. It's not a fairy tale. Every now and then there is such a pushback in the larger energetic universe that things just can't happen in the time that they're meant to. And in the imagination space, you are being asked to be shown visions of what you are meant to do, what you are being guided towards. And at this point, it really is a little bit like asking for an act of faith on your part, because they didn't come through in the way you wanted them to, and so now you don't think they're there. But the truth is they are there, and they're trying to communicate with you right this very moment, and it is take action is the card that you just got from your angel answers. If this in any way addresses the question that you were thinking you were asking when you dialed into this reading, instead of like still more, please try to connect, they're trying to communicate with you. This is the short answer on that. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to take action. Over that though, please try to start a practice again. Try to start a practice. I think you were quite good about it for a long time, and when you didn't get what you wanted, you decided it wasn't valid. What you wanted is still assembling around you. You have one change that needs to be made, and it's either in moving to a new place or getting a new job. Keep putting the efforts in on that and tap in. Ask for guidance, ask to be shown in all the ways that until you hear it, whether it's through other people, whether it's through dreams, whether it's through titles that are catching your attention as you scroll through Netflix. Try to be receptive, try to be tapped in, and know that within the next 8 weeks, your life is starting to, the seedling of your life is taking root and beginning to flower. This isn't a pretty story people are telling themselves to feel better. It's not. And nobody blames you for believing that, but you used to believe differently. And don't let the fact that something you truly understand, which is a pandemic, kept everything that you were asking for from your door. Don't let that assail your faith in the divine. The divine still has faith in you, and they're asking, please give us this one last chance to connect with us. We're trying to give you a roadmap, and we love you dearly, and we will make it happen. It takes longer if you won't try and work with us. That is the truth. If you do not have what you are hoping for, try to cooperate with the energies available to you. You actually do believe you're just angry. You're just angry. Thank you so much for joining me, group number 3. I'm sorry about that, but that's just what's coming through. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there is an insert in a moment that contains all the information on how to reach me. I would love a chance to read you in real life. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Ask for guidance. You're like at most 3 weeks away from this change that it gains momentum and it brings everything to you with the Chariot, okay? Take care, be well. I'll see you next time. Welcome back. If you chose candle number 4, pile number 4, then this is your candle, this is your reading. And your candle is anointed with green fairy oil, which is good for communication. I have communication on top of that, and I have truth serum on top of that. What is the truth of the situation that you're asking about? Thus far, been an interesting reading. There has been no theme of what these questions are about, so it will be interesting to see what this one yields. This is an Angel Answers card. I am saving it towards the end. If you have not had your particular question answered, this is the card that will tell you what the answer is. All right, I have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. I like that. All right, we have hidden motivations and behind a mask. Okay. Accept struggles as lessons. And that's very true. And my gosh, can that be so insulting to people who are just going through hideous amounts of pain. It is not meant as an insult. It is not meant to treat your pain or your struggles or your difficulties or sometimes your agony as being incidental. What it is saying is, listen, all that pain is going to be the truth of the matter no matter what. Look for the lesson underneath that. It is accept struggles as lessons, because if you learn the lesson, it does not repeat. And if you don't, unfortunately, it does repeat until you learn it. And this can be over the course of lifetimes. So no matter what has come to you, even if you're like ready to scream and yell, lady, you have no idea what happened to me. There's no lesson in that. There is. Even if it was something hideous and terrible and downright criminal, the very fact that you're watching this means you survived it. And that's the lesson. There is nothing, no matter how low it may lay you, that will ever take you out as long as you have you. That is one of the lessons of struggle. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. I have new life, hooray, and Treasure Island. Hey, group number 4, lots of monetary increase for you, but that behind a mask and hidden motivations, let's find out what that's about. It could be that you're hiding your own feelings even from yourself. Sometimes when this life lessons and struggles, sometimes we've been in enough pain that we don't like to go after the lessons of it because it's like, hasn't enough happened from that? Again, it is not in any way dismissing your pain. Your pain really, really matters. It matters not just to you because you've been in it. It matters to the divine. It matters to your spirit guides. No, they don't have the same relationship to pain and to trauma, but they care. Unfortunately, what happens to us is that when we're struggling, we have a tendency to define absolutely everything by the struggle that we're having at that particular moment, rather than saying, sure, my heart is broken, but there was a time before this and there will be a time after that. This hurts right now, but it will get better. It will get better. And if you start trying to invest in that, that's one of the things that starts making it better. Here we go. Hidden motivations and behind a mask. The reasons behind, like, I have a feeling something icky happened. And the why of it all is just, can be crushing for you. The new life energy is also judgment. This is awakening. Awakening is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is the Archangel Gabriel card. That is the card, I'm a conduit for the Archangel Gabriel, or the Spirit of Air, the Spirit of Advanced Communication. This is the card of being called to your life's purpose. This is new life. Treasure Island is increase in everything. 1 and 2. We're going to put it down on 3 and 3. There we go. This is the Muse Tarot. I actually really, really like it. It does not have kings in it. It has muses. I have the Devil in the upright. I have the 8 of Swords in the upright. 4 Cups in the upright. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse. Hermit in reverse. Hierophant in the upright. Lots of major arcana. Knight of Cups in reverse. 5 of Swords in the upright. 5 of Wands in reverse. 5, 5 right beside each other. The changes are through. Yay. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. You can actually relax. 6 of Cups in the upright. 8 of Wands in the upright. Page of Pentacles in the upright. Strength card in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. 7 of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups in the upright. With the King of Wands in the upright. That's the Muse Wands in the upright. The Lovers in reverse. The Chariot in the upright. And then the King of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. Okay, so group number 4. Boy, I'm not sure what your question is about here, but you are being, the truth is that like your faith took a pounding all over the place. It really was challenged because like for a while in your life, and I mean years, like nothing worked out. Nothing worked out. It didn't matter how much you invested, how much you believed, how much you prayed, how many offerings you made, how much energy you gave to something. It wouldn't work, it wouldn't work, it wouldn't work. And you took that as evidence that you're not allowed to have things. You actually were deeply invested in something that wasn't for you. And it was not a punishment. It really, really wasn't. This behind a mask and hidden motivations, there were things you just didn't know about the situation that you put so much energy into, so much time, so much attention, and so much love. Please don't doubt yourself. You didn't do anything wrong. However, that's behind you. And you're having a hard time recognizing that because when you look around you and when you look forward, you don't see the things that you thought you would see, which would be long-term partnerships, a great job, happiness, friends, celebration, absolutely everything that you thought would make up a new life. You are at the start. You're not at the finish. You're at the start. That is why you were looking across a cleared field. It is the start of something. The Devil in the upright can be doubt in self. It can be anger. It can be relationships to people, places, or things that are no longer serving us. And honest to goodness, everything is coming to you. Absolutely everything, including what looks like a potential relationship with somebody who is like they've got this very secure and interesting energy around them. They have a very nimble mind, but they're also secure in who they are. They have been doing their own healing. That person is apparently, they may already be known to you behind a mask and hidden motivations. You have been putting together the rest of your life as you hope for other things. All of that is happening, by the way. But there is progress with, I think this person is likely already known to you. If your question is about somebody returning to your life, they are returning to your life after they have done their own healing, and there is nothing that you can do about it right at this moment other than to continue on your healing journey. All of the energy that you put into something that it was like bailing out the Titanic with a teaspoon, nothing was going to keep that ship from going down, and down it went. You managed to get to shore after that great big, we're torturing this metaphor, you got to shore after everything in your life sank. There is somebody that you're deeply, deeply, deeply invested in. It is a past life relationship. You are wondering, is this ever going to become a reality? Yes, it is. You still have some things to accomplish in between now and then about your own security, your own stability. This person has, and I've seen this energy in other readings, this person lags behind you. They view you as a little bit of a leader. You have embarked on your life's purpose. You know it. It may not have taken the shape that it's meant to quite yet. It is still evolving, and you're still putting in work on it. Your progress, even in that area, was tremendously halted because you had to heal. It wasn't just COVID. This is a timeless reading, but we're just on the other side of COVID. And like nothing went the way it was supposed to for a year. It was a year out of your life and you feel robbed. You just feel like, you feel very betrayed. You were not betrayed. You were not okay. Like you thought you were okay, but you were just masking everything to keep going forward. And pretty much nobody knew, by the way. Like to this moment, people don't know how destroyed you were. You really kept a very brave face on. But unfortunately, that brave face did keep you from healing at a brisk pace. You were held back from everything you were asking for because you needed to regain your personal happiness. You needed to rebuild your personal stability. You needed to rebuild, become whole within, and then like be prepared. Like everything's coming. Everything's coming. And if you, by the way, are one of the groups asking about with a particular person, they may be a Taurus. They are likely an earth sign because I have the Taurus card, I have the King of Pentacles. It's possible that there's just a lot of earth sign energy here. I don't go by astrological signs for like the soul marker of things. I go by personality traits. This person they've been kind of a constant in your life, at least in the background. They will be again. They have not been present for quite a while. It is because they have their own stuff to do. And you hate that. You just like, hate's such a strong word, but like it causes you almost physical pain to be denied what you want because you got hurt so badly. You're okay now though, and you can tell. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay. New life and Treasure Island. Happiness, hidden motivations, and behind a mask. Part of what is going on is that I think you're asking about a relationship and when you're going to get it. And if you're not, then know that there's an awful lot around like feeling secure with another person again. And is that ever going to be something I'm allowed to have? It is. It is. You needed to reestablish your own identity first. You likely lost it to codependency. That is not an insult. It's never an insult, and it's not a character flaw. It's actually not even a form of weakness. What it is that you are such a strong person that you're able to hold up two people at once. But when that other person is gone, like you no longer have the faith in yourself that you need because you think it's always about that other person being strong. It never has been. It's always been you. You have always been the glue that held everything together. And you don't recognize that about yourself. But you know, the former person who hurt you that badly does. Like they get that part. And they've got a role to play here. And I don't really quite understand it either. But they facilitate something in a good way. So keep hanging on for that. Does that mean that they're doing you a little bit of a favor? They don't do anybody any favors. They don't do anybody any favors except for themselves. But it serves them somehow. Business venture, trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. Group number 4, your final answer is compromise. So take the focus off your personal life because the thing that will aid your personal life is reestablishing a feeling of security and of success and of confidence, all within your professional life. You have a calling. You should be aware of it already. If you're not, by the way, if you're not getting a message from this particular reading, I apologize. It might be in a different reading of mine, But this particular reading is all about someone who is trying to develop their either own business or their own career. Things did not happen at even close to the rate that you wanted them to, and now you struggle with the idea that anything will ever happen. Everything is happening, and the only reason you don't have that relationship from the past is, and this is where it gets just maddening to you, is that they're saying, but you needed to build up your security, and you're like, hey, all I've been doing is trying. It feels like you're the ones preventing me. They were not preventing you, it was the overall world. And everything is coming to you, and it's so soon. And when you do finally get a chance to talk to the person that I suspect you're asking about, they have their own story to tell. And whoever that sinister person with the hidden motivations and behind a mask, let them do you a solid. They owe you. They owe you. It doesn't mean you have to let them back into your life. Okay, group number 4, monetary success, financial success in your career. That is the truth of this matter. Focus on that and everything else will follow. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment with all the ways to contact me. And I would love a chance to read for you in real life. Take care and be well. Oui.